The novel opens in an alternate world that is similar to Earth. Lyra Belacqua, a young girl, is being given shelter by the scholars of Jordan College at Oxford University. Her demon, a being that represents her soul, is hiding in an off-limits wardrobe in the headmaster's rooms. In Lyra's world, demons are the external forms of people's souls. Lyra and her demon, Pantalaimon, learn that Lord Asriel, Lyra's uncle, is about to be poisoned by the headmaster for mysterious reasons. They warn Lord Asriel in time to save his life. Later on, they overhear Lord Asriel telling the scholars at Jordan about a strange substance he is researching called dust. Lord Asriel is able to convince the scholars to fund his further explorations of dust, which require him to travel to the northernmost reaches of the globe. This greatly excites Lyra's curiosity about dust. Before she can investigate further, mysterious kidnappers, whom Lyra and her friends call gobblers, take her best friend and Oxford boar, Roger Parslow. Lyra wants to go look for Roger, but before she can, a woman named Mrs. Coulter, who appears initially to be some kind of benefactress, spirits her away to London. Upon arriving in London, Lyra is at first enchanted by Mrs. Coulter, but Lyra's rebellious nature, as well as her suspicions about Mrs. Coulter's vicious demon, leads her to flee from Mrs. Coulter's house. She wants to go north and learn more about dust. However, she falls in with the Castas, a family that is part of a clan of people known as Gyptians who live in boats and travel on the rivers. The Castas have also lost a boy to the gobblers. The Castas introduce her to John Fa, the king of the Gyptians, who is planning an expedition north in search of the gobblers and the missing children. From her meeting with John Fa, Lyra learns that Mrs. Coulter is her mother and Lord Asriel her father, and that Marissa Coulter looked after her when she was a baby. Lyra convinces the Gyptians to take her north with them on their quest to recover the captured children. On the way there, Lyra learns how to use the alethiometer, a device that allows her to see into the past, present, and future. With the help of Farder Korem, a wise old Egyptian man, their journey north also throws Lyra into contact with a man named Dr. Mary Malone, and also introduce her to Irek Byanisson, an armored bear who is the exiled king of his clan, and they continue to move north on their way to Bolvangar, where the gobblers work. At Bolvangar, Lyra discovers the sinister secret of the gobblers. They are cutting away the children's demons in a process known as intercision. Furthermore, Lyra learns that Mrs. Coulter is in charge of the activities at Bolvangar. Lyra leads the children to freedom, but Mrs. Coulter pursues her. With the help of Lee Scoresby, a Texan who owns a balloon, and Serafina Piccola, a beautiful witch, they fly away from Mrs. Coulter and are on their way to rescue Lord Asriel, who is being held prisoner by the armored bears.